Hi guys, it's Elria. I'm trying to be in a very upbeat mood, even though I am in a really pissy mood. Today is June the 1st, and I know I've not been on here in a while. Had no reason to. Just kind of biding time till I actually got a date. And I thought that I was going to make a movie today about my surgery day, getting my date, because I thought I was going to get it today. Let's go back to May 12th. May 12th was my last nutrition class. I was supposed to have everything in that day. Send in the insurance paperwork, wait on them to send back approval, pay my deposit, make my surgery date. No big deal, right? When I'm in there on May 12th for my last nutrition class, I go back and I talk to the girl that's going to file my insurance papers. And she says I need a doctor's approval. Well, I already got a doctor's approval from my neurologist. They needed one for insurance from my regular doctor. I don't have a regular doctor. I have a gynecologist. Well, I went there and I got the approval from her. I took it. Okay, May 12th was the day that I was in there for nutrition class. They made me an appointment on May 18th at my gynecology office. She wrote me that paper on the 18th and handed it to me. For fear of faxing, I was 30 minutes away from the other doctor's office where I'm having surgery. I decided I would just drive it there. So I got in my vehicle and drove 30 minutes away to take them a piece of paper. I handed it to the girl up front and I said, I need to give you this. I need you to give it to, and I'm not naming any names. Not naming any names. And that I told her to give it to the girl that files the insurance. Well, when I was in there, the woman told me that when the insurance lady, told me that when I got her that paper, she could file it, and it would be no more than 14 days, 2 weeks, and we would hear back from the insurance company. Well, it had been about a week, and I went. Was it that night? Was it that night? Look at my calendar. Yes, that night I was at my bariatric support group, and I was telling them, they're like, oh, you'll have a date in 2 or 3 days. Your insurance will be back like that. No big deal. One girl told me she got hers back in 2 days. Another woman told me 3 days. The longest one in there told me it took her 8 days to get her insurance paper back. I thought maybe my insurance is pretty crappy. It's Aetna. I thought maybe, just maybe, it might take 2 weeks. So this morning was 2 weeks. So I got up this morning and called and asked to speak to this woman. They tell me she's no longer with them anymore. I go, okay. Well, I was just wondering, how about my insurance approval? Have you not had a phone call? Have you had I said, no. Well, they've not, how long ago did you, 2 weeks ago? Oh, well, you should have already heard something by now. Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I was, leaving it in her hands, trusting her that it would take 2 weeks. No. The woman on the phone advises me that she cannot find where it was sent off. Maybe it was, and just wasn't recorded in my file. Maybe it'd be best for me to call my insurance company and ask them. Granted, I've been waiting for 2 weeks to hear from any insurance company. That was never filed. She never filed the papers. So I called back and I told them that it hadn't been filed. The woman goes, well, we're trying to train somebody in our other office to do it. I go, okay. Well, how long is this so-and-so, won't name no names, been gone? Well, Friday was her last day. She said she was here Friday, but when we came into work today, we found out she'd no longer be with us. Okay? Well, that means she didn't turn in a 2-week notice. Hello? So, I started thinking about it, and I really needed it in July because my mom's off work, my sister's off work. You know, I have 4 kids and 2 little ones that crawl all over me. I really thought it would be best to maybe stay in a hotel room. I got a camper for that much. I could camp in a camper for a couple of weeks just so they don't climb all over me and kill me. The first few days would be nice just to lay in the bed at the camper, watch movies. When I had knee surgery, everybody laughed at me. Oh, no, you don't want to do that. Don't go to the camper. You'll have a hard time all by yourself. Are you kidding? It was the best 3 or 4 days of my life. The best 3 or 4 days of my life. No kids. People would stop by and bring me food. They'd bring me movies. One woman brought me a puzzle. One woman brought me a puzzle book. So, I think I'd be better off in the camper. I can relax there with no kids. Or better yet, just stay at my mom's for a couple of days and sleep on the couch. Whatever I gotta do, right? But all that kind of got wiped away this morning when I found out that it wasn't filed, and I've wasted 2 weeks. So, I've only got 4 weeks left before July. And I really needed my recovery time to be in July. So the more I thought about it, the more upset I got. But I didn't get mad or retaliate. Thank God I don't have that woman's address. I probably went and found her and beat her down. No, not really. So I called back and asked to speak to the office manager. And the office manager, she talked to me. She said she's going to do it herself. She's not going to wait for the other woman they're training in the other office to do it. She knows how to do it. She's going to do it herself. So, she says that she's waiting on one more paper. Something about, but she's off tomorrow. And she's going to do it first thing. She's going to get it all together today and send it out first thing Thursday morning. She's going to ask somebody else to make sure she's got it right. So that's why I've not been on. I was expecting to give you a surgery date today to tell you what day that I could start my life over. I've not lost any weight.